All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Um, First of all, just want to say I hope everyone's staying safe. We, practicing good social distance, washing our hands, all that great thing, all taking all the proper measures to stay healthy, man. Our health is first and foremost above anything right now. But also, if you're like me, you're definitely missing sports right now, ain't you? Man, we don't appreciate sports as much as we should until it's gone. Cause man, it's a good Sunday for a game. You won't find one, I tell you. um, but with that being said, guys, if you don't mind, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. It's free. I promise you, I'm not gonna charge you nothing. I promise you, I ain't gonna charge you nothing. Just hit. If you like my content, if you like what I do, guys, please, just hit that button for me. I really appreciate it, man. That's all I ask for. All right, moving on. So Randy Gregory has applied for reinstatement. Randy Gregory is one of those guys that if you're not, a lot of times he's one of those people that you want to give up on, honestly. You're like, dude, just let it go. But the one thing you give Randy Gregory credit for is it never felt like he didn't want to talk about it, like he didn't accept it. He was, and the reason I had more respect for him above a lot of other players is he admitted he had a real problem and he wanted help, but it's a powerful addiction. Me personally, I don't engage in those activities, and so I can't tell no one how they should handle it, how they shouldn't handle it, or what they should do, what they shouldn't do in those situations. But when you're dealing with an addiction, and I can't say how I have family members that have suffered from addiction, and I've seen how it took tolls on their life. Not necessarily drugs, but other addictions. I've seen how that takes tolls. So it's a real thing. But for Randy Gregory, now that it's two sides to him. It's that part, and it's just suspension after suspension after suspension. He had an opportunity to, if I'm not mistaken, he could have applied last year, but he just didn't. And a lot of Cowboys fans like at least try, try to get reinstated. The fact that he chose not to really work on himself. He's a person that he's one of the few people that mess up, but you kind of root for him. It's like, I know you want to get it right. I know it just feel like you want to, but he just make this mistake. We want to, but then when he made the mistake, it let you down so much. It's just like, oh my God. We root for you so hard. And I'm somebody that root for Randy Gregory, and I'm also on the flip side. I was like, I don't know what else to do, man. Maybe it's just time for him to move on. He can't stay off the weed. That guy. But he's a person that, man, I just hope he get more when it comes to something like that, especially with someone like him who seems like they really have a problem. Because he, like I said, I've watched him have interviews and talk about it, when they're asking him after practice about it, he openly talks about it. And that's something you don't see. So you kind of applaud him because you're like, man, like he might can get it. He might can get through. If he can ever kick this addiction, he might be pretty good. Now, that's Randy Gregory problem. Let's talk about Randy Gregory on the field. Randy Gregory on the field, to me, feel like he never hit his stride. Like, he had some great moments. He to me, he felt like the guy who like is around the quarterback but could never get him down, or he have like the worst offside penalty, or like some like just bonehead penalty sometimes. You're like, oh my God, Randy, what are you doing? So I don't want to put those two together, but overall, I think he's a good player. He was going to, minus the issue he had coming out of college, he probably been a top 5 pick if it wasn't for those things. So the potential is definitely there, but he's not the big guy. So he got to use finesse and moves to kind of get around the edge. He ain't going to power no one and then make a move, right? Like, he's not that guy. He's one of those guys that's just fast. He fast off the edge and probably can get around you or, hit you with a couple moves, hit a left tackle or right tackle with a couple moves and can get in the backfield that way. But he don't have that power that he's just going to bulldoze someone and, like, really move. So the problem with Randy Gregory is once a left tackle, let's say a Tyron Smith type, get their hands on him, it's hard for him to go anywhere because he's not, like I say, he's not big. He's linky. He's fast. He got good move. He got very good bend around the edge and stuff like that. But if once they get their hands on him, it's hard for him to get loose. So that's the thing about him. But do I think he could be? I don't see him. Now, if you expect him, let's say he do get reinstated, which I think he will. If you expect him to come in and just have like this monster season, then you're expecting too much. But do I think he'll be a solid contributor? Yes. Do I think he can make some plays? Yes. There's even been talk about David Irvin. And listen, David Irvin's another guy. Now him and Gregory to me ain't in the same category. Gregory was just, had issues, like real bad issues, and he tried to fight it, but he keep messing up. David Irvin just, for me, was just going off his rocker. To me, and I've seen some of the post interviews past and all that, but to me, it was just like, he was having family drama. He couldn't show up to practice. Couldn't show up. When, then he started smoking. Then, he was on live smoking marijuana. To me, it felt like his issue was mainly just getting his personal life together and deciding that this is something he want to do. My whole thing with both of these guys, especially though David, I don't know if he's coming back, but it's rumored that he's coming back. The talent is, just what made me mad with David Irvin. The talent is there. This guy could wreck a game. I've seen him literally take over games. Just take a game over. I mean, it was one game, I think it was the Packers we was playing, and he just took the game over. You couldn't stop him. And then you have like those stretches, and then something to happen, and then he don't show up, and then he ain't in practice, and then he don't. It's like, God, this is what from an outside looking in, if sitting from here, I would always say, man, if I had that talent, what I would do with it. There's no way I wouldn't be the best. I wouldn't try to be the best, is what I mean. But again, some of these guys don't cherish it, and then sometimes they think, the thing about it is, what part, do he really love the game enough to really commit to it? Have this hiatus away from the game without, because what happens is sometimes them paychecks, when that money ain't rolling in, you start to be like, ooh, I missed this. Or sometimes what you really hope happens is it click with the player, and the player's like, okay. I took this for granted, and it was my fault, and it's time to get my life together. So you're hoping that happens. And then, the free agent talk with I think it's Geffen and Snack Harrison. Now, I'm a big Snack Harrison fan, even though, when he was at the Giants, he made life miserable. But I'm a big Snack Harrison fan. Listen, I believe if we can get a Snack Harrison, Gerald McCoy, DeMarcus Lawrence, granted he get back to form, play better than he played last year, hopefully. And then let's say a David Irvin or another solid person. We can have a dominant defensive line. The Cowboys can have one of the most dominant defensive line. Now, I don't know Snack Harrison Price. He seemed to be interested in the Cowboys. The Cowboys seemed to be interested in him. It was a Twitter thing going on where someone said he's talked to Steven and he kind of gave the little eyes. I don't know if he gave the eyes like you're lying or you're right, it's about to happen. So I don't know. We'll stay tuned for that. But the Cowboys can have a strong line. Now how that gonna help that secondary is my biggest thing. I do like the Clinton Dix thing. But also, yeah, man, that secondary is just scary to me right now. I don't know what we're gonna do there. But with the talent that's out there, the ability for Snacks to come in, or I don't know if it's Griffin or Geffen, but one of those players to come in alongside of McCoy. You got a DeMarcus Lawrence and maybe a Randy Gregory, or maybe a David Irvin on the ends. That could be a dominant defensive line, guys. So the Cowboys got a potential here to really load up on the defensive line, and that's big. Now, that secondary, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with the secondary. It is what it is, man. We got to get some help there. I hope that's where our draft focus is at. So, with that being said, guys, that's the latest. Randy Gregory applied for reinstatement, and he's one of those people you root for because it do seem like he has an issue that he's willing and he's knowledgeable and that he's self responsibility for. Just can he get his life right? Again, guys, I hope everyone's staying safe. Heading into another week, we all dealing with as the world pause. It feel like the world, everything is on pause right now. I just hope that we attack this week. Let's be as productive as we can, though. Let's not use this as an opportunity just to sit down. Let's get out here. Let's get motivated. If you're in the house, what can you be doing while you're in the house? Maybe it's some book. Maybe you been wanting to get your read on. Go on and get your. Maybe it's a test you've been trying to study for. Some people maybe try to get a GED. Some people may be trying to learn a new skill. You got the time. If you got the time, make the most of it. It's not an opportunity to slack, guys. It's time to go harder. With that being said, until next time, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys later. Stay safe, man.